All right, good morning, guys. Today is Thursday, September 7th. As usual, we'll be doing analysis for US 30, gold, and EU. So starting off with the daily bias. So daily bias for US 30 for me, I am biased for bullish bias. But however, here you can see US 30 has printed a daily sell SAR. So this is telling us that it might be time to start wrapping up on the bias, but until we get a daily candle that's closing below this zone, that's when my bias will shift from bullish to bearish. Gold, my bias right now is bearish. As you can see, yesterday we closed below this sell SAR that was formed. So previously bias was bullish, but afterwards bias is bearish after yesterday. EU bias is bearish. And then for the DXY, the dollar, the bias is bullish. So looking at what we have on the 4-hour and 1-hour timeframes based off of this, for US 30, there was this entry. Actually, never mind. This is the hourly time frame. We have a double SAR right here. So this would count as a break. So we would need for the next hourly candle to continue. So ideally the next hourly candle to close above here. So right now in the hourly time frame, there's nothing to look at for US 30. On the 4-hour time frame, nothing as well, right? The buy zones are all the way up there. I mean, we'll go down to the 30-minute and 15-minute. For gold here, so bias is for sells on the 4-hour time frame. We don't have any the double SARs are all the way down here. So we would need 2 4-hour candles to close below 1919 zone for us to even think of taking any sells. On the hourly time frame, we have this double sell SAR right here. So we would need this hourly candle to close below here. And then we would need the next hourly candle to also close below this zone. So also for right now, nothing currently on gold on the 1-hour and the 4-hour. EUs, this trade came up earlier on in the night, but I didn't take it. Again, I was asleep, but this is just an example of a break and continuation. So you can see here we have a double SAR. This candle broke and closed below. The next candle continued, right? So this is the continuation candle. So break and continuation. And then that was the third candle was the entry candle. And then actually this trade, if anybody entered, should be at break even. I know like Desire entered that trade, but that's just an example of a break and continuation. So here we can go down to the 15-minute and hope, today I'll make sure to get the time frames right. So we can see if we have any entries on the 15-minute and the 30-minute based on the direction of bias, the direction of daily bias. So right here, you can see we have a double SAR on the 15-minute. So we would need this candle to close above here, and then we would need the next 15-minute candle to also close above here. So for this trade, we would have to wait for another 20 minutes if we were to enter on the 15-minute time frame. For the 30-minute time frame, we actually have a couple. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, a quadruple by SAR zone. So we would need this 30-minute candle to close above, and then the next 30-minute candle to also close above. So, but anyway, the earliest entry you can get on US 30 is on the 15-minute time frame. So we'll just hold this and see if we get that entry in the next 20 minutes. So this 5-minute candle is about to close, or 15-minute candle is about to close, and then we need the next 15-minute candle. For gold, again, same thing in the direction of the daily bias. Since we are biased for sells on gold right here, we check on the 15-minute and 30-minute and see what we have. So that's 15-minute right there. I don't see anything on the 15-minute. I don't see anything on the 30-minute. The other thing to watch, 30-minute, we have this right here. We have a double SCR right here. Other thing to watch on gold, look at all these wicks, right? These wicks are so long. So I would be also cautious with sales because this long wicks are telling us that there's heavy buy pressure around here. And if you remember, before, when I was still bullish on gold, if I turn on only the buys right here, we had a bunch of buy SARs around 1917, 1916 area. So you see this double SAR right here, 1917, 1916. So we had that. And also I think in the 4 hour, maybe if I'm not wrong, or maybe it was just 1 hour. Yeah, so in the 1 hour, we had these major buy SARs right here. So as much as the daily bias is for sales, we need to be cautious about those long wicks that gold is forming. But anyway, so for us to even take any sells, there's no entries on the 15-minute. The only entry would be on the 30-minute. So we would need 2 30-minute candles to close below here. I don't think we're going to get that during the live session. Last but not least, the only trade we might get is US30. Last but not least is EU. So let's see what's going on in EUC. And I'm checking the 15-minute and 30-minute ideally because we don't have any entries on the 1 hour and 4 hour. So the 15-minute and 30-minute entries can give us trades for the live session. But again, we still have to follow the same rules. All right, so for the 15-minute, nothing on EU unless EU retraces all the way up there. 30-minute as well, probably there's nothing as well. So 30-minute, you can see the trade already went into profit on the 30-minute. There was an entry there, and also there was an entry here. So nothing for gold and nothing for EU on the live session, because for gold, we would have to wait like an hour. So we would have to wait for a 30-minute candle to hopefully close above, below here, and hopefully the other one. So the only trade we can get is US30. All right, so let's see. So we need just so in the next candle that opens, so looking at this, we might get a fair value gap. So I let you guys know that I'm starting to check out fair value gaps. So for this entry, again, right, this 15-minute candle is closing above this double SAR. We need the next 15-minute candle to also close above this zone right here. But if the next 15-minute candle doesn't come all the way here and say this is the low of the candle and then it comes up there, we might form a fair value gap. If this is the low of the next 15-minute candle, and then for that. So if we do form a fair value gap and say the candle still closes above, I will still wait for a retracement, because if say I'm doing a 50 pip stop loss and this is my entry right here, right? My stop loss wouldn't be below the SARs I'm trading. Also, if we do have a fair value gap that's formed, more than likely they will come back and fill that in. So let's see how this candle. So this is so this is the break. So this is the continuation candle. So we need to watch what happens in the next 15 minutes and how this candle will form. Again, if the low of this candle does not complete this gap, and the candle still closes above, I will still wait for a retracement back down for the fair value gap to be closed. So ideally, I would love an entry somewhere here. So let's see if that happens, or even at the gap right here. So let's say this 15-minute candle comes and taps, the current candle comes and taps in the last few seconds and closes above. That would be perfect right there. So we'll see what that gives us. Give me 1 second, let me reply to something. All right, so still waiting. So this zone right here is a 30-minute zone as well. So there would be two possible entries, a 15-minute entry, which is based off of this. And then there's this quadruple by SAR that would be on a 30-minute window. But the entry I'm looking for is the 15-minute entry. And so for example, what I was talking about the fair value gap, if that turns out to be the low of this candle, you can see there's this fair value gap. So even if, let's say this is the low of the candle and the candle closes above there, I wouldn't want to enter the next candle like right there. So I would want to wait for at least 50% of the fair value gap or completion of the fair value gap to even think of entering that trade. Let's see, we had any news events today. I know we had unemployment at 8:30, so no more news events for the no, wait. We have a FOMC member speaking. All right. Right, so what is that, 9 minutes before the candle closing. So yeah, so if this one closes there, I wouldn't enter on impulse. I will wait for retracement back down. Okay, so there goes gold. So the only entry on gold again was on the 30-minute, but we would need two 30-minute candles closing below here. So I don't think we'll be on the live session for that long. But you can see gold daily bias is bearish. Unfortunately, there was nothing on the hourly as of yet, nothing on the 4-hour as of yet. Seven minutes for this. All right, let me take off the 30-minute for now because we're trading the 15-minute. Also, I think, so this trade is still running. So this was more of a swing trade I'd sent. It was definitely a couple of days ago. So it's been in and out of profit. I was just looking at it this morning. What else? No, we haven't checked some of these other indicators in a minute. And see, we're about to form probably soon a golden cross on the 15-minute time frame as well. All right, so five more minutes for that one. All right, yeah, so we want to see US 30 coming down to fill in this gap right here. One thing I can let me try. So This is about 50 pips. So this is just on me. I want to see if I can fill in this gap right here. So again, this is not an official trade. I just want to see something right here. So as we wait for this, I want to see if price can get down here. So I'm testing this out. But again, right, not an official trade. I just want to see if this gap will be filled again, right? Since I'm still learning about fair value gaps, I want to see if I can get this gap filled based off of what I'm expecting. So I want to see if price can come down here, fill this gap. And then after it gets down here, ideally that's when I would take a buy. So of course, right, this is counter trending, even my daily bias, but I'm just testing out this fair value gap analysis right there. So whether the trade hits TP or stop loss, right, it won't matter to me. So I would hope that the next 15-minute candle, as it opens as well, opens bearish, probably comes up, but eventually fills down here before any retracement of price back up. So this is what I'm expecting. But this one right here, this is the official trade right here. I'm just looking for a way to possibly write price down to fill in the gap. Right, so there's 20 seconds before this. So anybody entering the official trade on Impulse, that would be the entry right there. If this candle closes, but just make sure if you do enter on Impulse, you can see your stop loss won't be below those double SARs that we're waiting for. So if this candle closes, that will be a valid break and continuation of the 15-minute. The only issue I have with it is this fair value gap that's down here. So that's the only issue I have with it. But that right there would be the official trade. But for me, I'll wait for retracement and enter the trade down here. For gold right here, for you to trade this 30-minute double sell SAR, you've already gotten the break. You want the continuation. So the sell would be if this 30-minute candle also closes below this double sell SAR. But again, of course, if it closes down here, with a 30 pip stop that we normally trade gold with. So for example, if this 30-minute candle closes here, you would have to see how far your stop would need to be. So ideally for this trades, you would want this 30-minute candle to close somewhere around here. So there's literally no volatility in the market.
No news today or anything?
Right, I didn't see anything. There was something at 8:30. I know there's this FOMC member speaking. Other than that, everything else is, and looks like we have a bunch of FOMC members speaking here. But because I know like yesterday at 10 a.m. there was heavy news. But right now,
You probably not. Somebody just died.
yeah. Yeah, I'm just hoping we get this closure here. It comes and closes this gap. Yeah, market is dead, man. Dead. So also we might not get a full closure.
You was moving. You was definitely moving, man.
Oh, E is dying. Oh yeah, E is shooting down. See that? Yeah, this was a nice one.
Started looking until it's a small site on there just because of our nothing making analysis.
We just need like one nice strong heavy candle. Yeah, if this one gets to say the first SAR, I think that's when I'll close it because it might not go all the way to complete the gap, but let's see. Also for US 30, if we go on the hourly time frame, I think we have this looks like a major structure around here, 3408, about 34,000. Because we have this whole move to the upside. You see every time it moves to the downside, it breaks or complete structure in one way or the other. So we might be coming down to about 34,002 on US 30. Yeah, this is a crazy area. There's like wicks on both sides. I would want this current 15-minute candle to close below this low right here. That should give us hopefully like that quick push. So if it touches this first one, I think that's where I'll exit this because if only this gap was above this SARs right there. We definitely have some buying power here. It's 3 minutes. Yeah, I think I'll just close this one out. It's not moving as I would want it to move. So once it's there, and just watch after I close it out, it just it just spikes down. Um, see 2 minutes. They would have to close in the next 3 minutes down here. And based off of this push and pull, I'm closing out of this one. Yeah, I'll just wait for this. So if eventually they do fill that gap in, I'll just take the buy there. Yeah, the other one just has like too much push and pull, so we'll see. I don't think in the next 3 minutes. I mean, if they do well and good, but it's just too much for me. But yeah, I don't the market is pretty dead right now. Gold is still pushing. There's those double SARs there. EU is pushing as well. So there's just, what other news do we have? Because the market, I know we came from a holiday on Monday. Yeah, the market is just acting sus lately. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna be it for the day. If this US 30 comes down here, and look at it, also could keep pushing. If this US 30 comes down here, I'll be looking to enter it, but I would want it to be on the 5. I would look for an entry on the 5 though. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it keeps pushing down to fill in that fair value gap. But yeah, for the other trade, um, see, it's almost there. I'm looking at my chart. See. I needed to touch that zone. Uh, Let me stop playing games. I'm out. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna count. But this is the zone now to watch for the buys. So I'm officially out of the other one. I wanted to see, it did push up the last 3 minutes. I was hoping that it closes or pushes and closes below here. But for this one, right, look at that gap being filled, that fair value gap there. So the buy is still valid. So the question is where to get that buy entry. So right now, what I would do, I would go on the 5-minute time frame, turn off the extension because you want to trade the live one. And just wait for an entry on the 5-minute. So that's how I do it. So there it goes. It filled in the gap right there. Geez, something. Yeah, I mean, I closed early. I mean, I made a little bit, but anyway, it's not gonna count towards anything, to any live profits. But here now is where I'm looking. So it's already filled in that fair value gap. I'm now looking for to ride price back up. All right, man. I will see you tomorrow because that's it for the day. But yeah, for this one for US 30, just wait for it and you can see it closed and it's rejecting. So for this one, I would wait for a 5. So even right now it's valid. But it's just a matter of waiting for an entry on the 5-minute. So that's already done. All right. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. All right, see you guys.